Peace, peace, family. This video right here is about reincarnation. And before I start this video off, I want to say this. A lot of people would change the world if they knew they had to come back to this motherfucker. I'm going to say that again. A lot of people would change the world if they knew they had to come back here. Now, why is this important? Or what point am I trying to make with that quote? Because a lot of people look at the problems in the world today and they don't care, or they're oblivious, or they feel like, oh, well, that's not directly happening to me in my individual life, so why should I care? Because the same circumstance the world is in now, or whatever predicament it's in now, is going to be here when you come back. So the point I'm trying to make is this: before I go into the science of reincarnation, I need to open people up to the ignorant state that we've been taught to live in. By taking us out of our original understanding of energy and spirituality and accepting the Caucasian's doctrine, we have been taught to look past the fact of reincarnation, which is a fact. You do come back. Maybe not even on this planet, which I'll go into, but you do come back for sure. So the point I'm trying to make is, if there's a rapist up the street and there's a pedophile, and let's say he turns this into a business and he has an ongoing underground sex trafficking ring, like most Caucasians still do today, the statistical fact, every year there's a minimum of 30 to 50 million women and children who get abducted and forced to be involved in sex trafficking. So with that being said, let's say you reincarnate, you might be a victim. Somebody might snatch you when you're a kid. Why? Because in a previous lifetime, you or somebody around you think this going on and did nothing to eliminate it. So everything that's going on in the world today will continue to present itself as an experience for you in our next lifetimes if we don't eliminate it now. So what do I mean by that? Okay, everybody wanted to be kumbaya and hold hands with the white man 500 years ago. We ain't even gonna go 1,000 years. 500 years ago. 500 years later, we done reincarnated and this nigga is still a motherfucking problem. Why? Because nobody dealt with this motherfucker. 50 years from now, when you reincarnate again, he's still gonna be a motherfucking problem. Because nobody dealt with this motherfucker. So you can say, oh, I'm sick of doing this, I'm sick of doing that. But until you actually stop or eliminate the problem, it's going to be here. Not just for the rest of your life, but in the beginning and for the rest of your next motherfucking life. So the point I'm trying to make is, when you get back in tune with your original understanding of life, this actually makes you care more because you realize you want to experience things better than before. If you go somewhere, what makes you want to come back is the quality of your first time experience. This is why they say your first impression is everything. So if we just keep littering and letting these motherfuckers pollute the water, letting these motherfuckers chop down trees, letting these motherfuckers throw trash everywhere, you got seagulls and all kind of animals dying on the beach from plastic and all kind of crazy shit. You want GMO foods everywhere. If you keep letting these motherfuckers assimilate an artificial reality, then guess what's gonna happen when you reincarnate? There will be no natural reality as you know it. So we just sitting here watching these motherfuckers reconstruct nature. And we not doing shit. Because we think when we die, we gonna go to heaven and God gonna destroy this. No, we not. Your ass gonna go to the universe, depending on who you are and what you've done. Because remember, there are different souls. If you go watch my video, Life After Death, as well as my videos, part 1 and 2 on astral projection, I break this down. So without me going into it, go watch those 3 videos if you want to get filled in. But staying on point, you're not going to heaven to chill and watch Earth get destroyed. Earth ain't going nowhere. The planet, the condition of the planet when you left it, when your ass reincarnate, is going to be the condition of the planet awaiting you. So we need to understand, we don't need to prepare and make the world a better place just for our children, but for ourselves. I know for a fact that when I come back, I don't want to be dealing with white people like that. I don't want to be dealing with their shit. I also don't want to be dealing with Creflo Dollar. I don't want to be dealing with fucking radical ass biblical people and religious people. So what do we need to do? We need to eliminate them now. How do we eliminate them? You don't got to be violent. We can eliminate these motherfuckers mentally and block these motherfuckers out of our lives, and they will die financially. For example, if everybody got sick of Michael Jordan, how do we eliminate Michael Jordan? Stop buying his shit. His business is going to crumble. He's going to go away. He got enough money to chill for the rest of his life. Sure, but you won't see no more motherfucking Jordan symbols walking around. I bet you that. We will mentally deconstruct what he has created and founded within our minds. We eliminate him from our reality because he will no longer exist to us. Therefore, he will no longer exist in our life experience as we know it individually. So once we understand, like I always say, the power of God is to understand the law of cause and effect, then you understand actually how you cause all effects. Collectively and as a whole, you cannot dictate my free will. You cannot decide what I do with my life or transgress on my free will. You only can control yours. So individually, once we start cleaning up what we can on the planet, then we will start affecting the whole. The individual cause that we change within ourselves will create the collective effect. So now getting back on point to reincarnation, we need to have the correct understanding of why this understanding is important. Because until we understand that we have to go back to the place that we're leaving, we won't care about the condition in which we leave it. Because if you go to a restaurant and the food is horrible, you don't want to go back. But if somebody tell you, yo, they upgraded that shit and that shit is way better, then it makes you want to return there and experience it. So if we keep leaving the planet Earth and it's destroyed and it's negative, then we basically turning our back on the planet because the planet needs our help to heal it. And we don't want to heal it because we've had a negative experience. But if we understood that we had to come back here, we would be more prone and more likely to actually take charge and take a stand and basically cleanse our celestial mother. Because you get your body from the planets and you get your soul from the sun. And make no mistake about that. Everything that came will return to its source. Your body goes back in the ground and your soul goes back to the solar system. You get your body from the earth and you get your soul from the solar system, specifically the sun. That's why they call it the soul, part of solar energy, solar system, the soles of your hand, the soles of your feet, your solar plex. This is where the soul is most powerful at in the body. This is the core. Just like the earth has a core and the surface of the sun is 6,000 degrees and the earth's core is 6,000 degrees. The core of the planet earth is a miniature sun. So we get our soul and our solar energy, our chi, our prana, whatever you want to call it, from the solar system, and you get your chemical, you get your elements and chemically composed body from the planet earth. So make no mistake about that. Now, getting into reincarnation, now that we have the correct understanding of why this information is important and how it puts us back in tune with reality as we know it, reincarnation. You have to understand that each planet is just a realm. Each planet is a different size, has a different atmosphere, has different physical requirements which it takes for you to live on. Now, why is this important? Because the size of the planet, the speed of the planet, all determines the amount of light that it intakes. And we understand that light creates physical existence. So each planet is just a different realm which vibrates within a different spectrum of light, which gives you a different physical experience. So now I'll give you an example. On Earth, let's say the average human today is 7 feet tall. We know it was giants on the planet. We ain't going there right now. All we're going to say is the Earth, average person on the planet is 7 feet tall. Just to throw a number out. Now let's say you go to, we're going to stay within a galaxy. We ain't going to go to another galaxy. We're going to stay within this one. Let's say you go to Saturn. Now the average, due to the physical composition and the amount of sunlight on Saturn, let's say things grow bigger. So the average height of a human on Saturn, let's say, is 20 feet. That's a whole nother different physical experience. And let's say the animals on Saturn are bigger, faster, stronger. The environment, let's say the environment varies in different, the habitat of the environment varies due to the different spectrums of light. And we understand that light carries intelligence. So anything that has more sunlight is prone to be more intelligent. So let's say the plant life is more intelligent. The insect life is more intelligent. You're dealing with a different physical experience. Because remember, the body is just a vehicle for the soul. Just like that movie Avatar with the blue avatars. You project your consciousness into the body. Your soul enters the body. It has a physical experience. Once the body is no longer strong enough to hold the soul, the chakras release the soul from the body, and this is called death. But there's no such thing as death. That's a European term. So I would just like to say this is called spiritual ejection from the physical terminal. That's what I like to call it. So let's just say you leave your terminal or you leave your body. That is what we conceive as death. So when you leave your body, each planet is a realm, but it's like a classroom. Now, they name colleges what? Universities. The study of the universe. Now, you are in the universe. Each planet is like your classroom within the university. Each planet has something different for you to learn. You learn from what? Experience. What do you learn from experience? Not mental information, but spiritual information. Your soul grows from what it goes through. This is why people who live in the worst conditions, such as black people, have the most understanding about both sides of life. Because we experience the most. So spiritually, we have the most wisdom. When you're dealing with somebody who grew up in a gated community, silver spoon in their mouth, parents was rich, they don't really know what it's like not to have shit, so they can't really relate to you. Because they don't have enough soul experience. But when you're dealing with actual events in life, you gain wisdom. And you gain understanding. So the point I'm trying to make is, each planet has a different wisdom and understanding for your soul to grow. What you have to understand is, the universe is like a giant instrument. And God, or the Creator, is the highest musical note. So as the way you raise your spirit, your soul, is through physical experience in the body. You raise the frequency. This is called enlightenment. This is called understanding. Now this is why they call it vibrations. Because the more experiences you have, the higher your soul vibrates. Now what it is you're supposed to reincarnate and go through different realms or planets or solar systems or galaxies. You're supposed to have different physical experiences and learn from them and keep vibrating higher and higher until your soul becomes on the same frequency of the Creator, to where you can go directly back into the source and you no longer have to physically reincarnate anymore. That is the point of life, is to have the most physical experience you can while being spiritually conscious and in tune with what it is you're having, in order and learning from them in the process. So with that being said, reincarnation is essential to you. It is what you do as an original soul. Now I teach that black people are original souls, and 85% of Caucasians do not contain the soul due to them having calcified pineal glands, and that they are not natural manifestations of the Creator. So all of them don't have souls. Some of them are shape-shifting reptilians, whether you want to believe it or not. So I'm not talking about them. I'm very Afrocentric on my YouTube. I'm speaking about black people, melanated people who are natural beings. We, the majority of us, have souls. Some of us don't have no souls either, so let's not get it twisted. But the majority of our race has souls, opposed to the majority of the white race not having souls. This is why our people do, if you check our history versus the Caucasian history, we have never committed mass genocide continent to continent, because we are more spiritual than anything. Now getting back on point, let's say you have a physical Earth experience, or let's just deal with the planet Earth. The planet Earth has so many different vibrations. For example, I use Saturn as an example, so I'm going to use Saturn again. Let's say Saturn only has 5 emotions, because remember, you are not your emotions. Your emotions is just an energy sequence that you temporarily experience to let you know if the situation you are dealing with is good or bad or not. For example, you can't be a feeling. You can't be anger. Because if you were anger, then you wouldn't be able to experience it, because you would be it. Water doesn't think that it's wet because it's water. Only you think that it's wet. Water is just being water. It doesn't know what being wet is because it is wet. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you were sadness, if it was possible for you to be sad, then you wouldn't know what being sad is, because you would already be the experience. You have to not be something in order to experience it. So with that being said, when you feel anger, anger is just to let you know that something wrong is being done to you. Nothing wrong with the emotion of anger. It's like when you in a car and the car finna run out of gas and the lights start ding, ding, ding. Nothing wrong with the gas light. It's a warning to let you know something's finna go wrong. If I smack you or I'm being unrighteous to you, you get angry. That is the universe letting you know that your current experience is going negatively and that you need to change this reality real fast. So emotions are just to let you know the outcome of what it is you're experiencing. If someone treats you right and you're in a physical relationship with them, then you manifest the emotion known as love. Now this is just to let you know that at this point in time, this experience is healthy and positive to you. Doesn't mean the person ain't gonna cheat on you and break your heart. Doesn't mean that they're not gonna treat you right. I'm speaking about that specific second that you are feeling the emotion. Emotions are just ethereal warning signals to let you know which direction your experience is going at that time. So they're basically like the gas light on a car. They're basically like the gas light on your body. They're warning signals. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, on Saturn, let's say Saturn has 3 emotions. Let's say Saturn only has love, happiness, and joy. So let's say when you reincarnate on Saturn, it's impossible for you to experience hate or sadness. But then Earth would be like, so Saturn would be like kindergarten for a beginning soul. Earth would be like senior class of college in one of the most hardest colleges ever constructed. Earth has not only love, happiness, and joy, it got hate, jealousy, envy, misery, sorrow, anger, aggression, depression. It got all kind of vibrations. So now you just came from a planet where you had to learn how to deal with 3. Now you got to learn how to deal with 3,000 different vibrations. And what makes you so powerful on Earth and makes you spiritually upgrade, if you can learn to find the love frequency on this planet and keep it, no matter what the other emotions is attacking you. I mean, no matter how the other emotions is attacking you, and not just the emotions. On planet Earth, you got pollution, air pollution, water pollution. You got white supremacy. You got a white man creating GMO foods. You got ignorant black people who don't want to learn nothing and contradict everything that they teach, like the Bible, and they kill and murder and look down and snicker at you, all in the name of Jesus. You have all these different emotions, as well as physical people implementing these emotions on you. But if you can obtain the love frequency on this planet and keep it throughout all the craziness, that is like super experience points. Like if you play a game, if anybody play games, you know when you get experience points, you level up. That would be like the ultimate experience points you can earn. Like that probably would shoot your soul way up on an octave. So like let's say if God was at level 9, the vibration of God. When you went to Saturn, you was at level 1. If you can successfully complete a Earth life experience, that'll take you from like level 1 probably straight to level 6. Like, this is one of the most difficult planets to live on for a soul. But it's the most greatest learning experience. It's like training. There's different types of training. There's military training, but then there's ninja training. So if you can complete ninja training, that just threw your physical abilities up, way up. Yeah, you can train with the average boxer, or you can go train with Bruce Lee. So whose training is better? This is the same thing with planets. What type of life experience is better for the soul? And which type of life experience will bring you closer to the Creator? So we have to understand that we are all just having a physical experience and we are simulating our realities. Now the problem with the Caucasian is he learned this science from us and basically put a virus into the subconscious computer of the mind. And he has transgressed on our free will and started assimilating our realities for us. And that is where the Caucasian is wrong. And that is where the Caucasian goes against the universe at. He no longer allows souls to think about this, right? Boom. White man know you the Messiah. He know that the universe, he know that divine souls reincarnate on planets and basically clean them up whenever the lower level of consciousness gets too low. So with that being said, he's not allowing the planet to be cleaned up. You might reincarnate, motherfucking, soon as you come out the womb, you had a divine purpose. But he had religion waiting for you. He had homosexuality waiting for you. He had being a gangbanger waiting for you. He had all these other different lifestyles pre-programmed and set up to stop your divine purpose. See, what y'all got to understand, y'all, is our babies are divine. And our ancestors understood the science of reincarnation. Just like different zodiac signs have different planets, we can tell what kind of zodiac or what your inner characteristics are from the zodiac sign, because we know where your soul traveled from to get here. The stars are just like signs and symbols on a highway. Like get off here, exit left. Each star system is just a traffic light for the soul when the soul commutes on the astral plane. This is why they call it astral projection, astrology. So it's like we understand that when you're out of your body, you are in tune with that, with the ethereal realm of existence. Because remember, the universe is not physical melanin; it's ethereal melanin. So you go to the universe when you can travel on that wavelength when you're in your ethereal body, when you're in your ethereal state, or you're in your etheric being. So with that being said, he understands the science of reincarnation. So he already waiting for every Messiah. Black people, you have to understand our babies are divine. And getting back on point, our ancestors understood the reincarnation. If there was a tyrant on the planet Earth who had an army and he was raping and pillaging the land, then you would have children that would come out during the time of Aries, so that you can have aggressive children, or Scorpios who would fight. If there was an intellectual person on the planet Earth who was being a tyrant, then you would give birth to Virgos, and so on and so forth. If there was an emotional person who needed to be balanced, then you would have a child at a time to where during the 9 months when it came out, it would come out as a Gemini. And all of these different zodiac signs are nothing more than energy frequencies that the soul picks up from the universe on its way to this planet and exudes those energies on this planet. So when you're in tune with the planet and you know what's wrong with the planet, then you know what time of year to have a child, so that the child can actually come out the womb and clean the planet in that specific way. This is the science of reincarnation. We reincarnate not just genetically like I spoke on in my video, but spiritually. But you have to know how. Right now, we need physical reincarnation. And this is why a lot of children are aggressive. A lot of black youth are aggressive. Now go check their zodiac signs. Most of them is Aries. Most of them are Aries, Scorpios, just zodiac signs that are naturally aggressive. So we have to understand, family, that our ancestors understood reincarnation. Even orgies. When you want to talk about orgies. Oh, white man doing orgies, black people used to do orgies. No, not the same. When our ancestors had orgies, they had orgies at specific latitude and longitude lines of the planet Earth in order to manifest a certain soul. Like I told you, if you needed an Aries, then at a certain time, and remember, the Earth has chakras. They would go to a certain chakra point on the planet Earth where the soul enter and exits. This is where souls enter and exit out of the planet, whichever type of frequency they needed. Whether they needed a lower frequency, a soul more tuned into the root chakra, or they needed one more tuned into the seventh chakra. They would go to that specific Earth chakra point on the planet Earth and manifest a child and call upon a soul. And this will be done at a certain time so that they can call that specific soul. So you have to understand the science of reincarnation. This is very factual. This is actually being done. How do you think the Illuminati calls evil souls? How do you think they call devils and all these evil spirits? Because they know what times to do it, which chakras on the planet Earth to go to, and what sequences and physical actions they should do to manifest them. So, family, you have to understand that. Like I said, if you need more understanding, go watch my video, Life After Death. I give a more descriptive understanding on a life after death concept. But sticking on reincarnation, we understand that reincarnation is very factual. It is what happens to you. You do come back. This is a part of deja vu as well. And we have to understand that these are our natural thought patterns and processings. The Caucasian took this from us. This is what made us care about the planet so much. Because we understood that we might have to come back to this motherfucker. Or another planet. Or we also understood that other souls will have to come here as well. And this is what we left for them. Hey soul, you just traveled all the way across the galaxy to upgrade yourself so that you could return to the creator. But don't worry, I left this planet real fucked up for you. I didn't do nothing to help it out. So your experience is going to be even harder than it had to be. This is like, would you let me come into your house without cleaning up first? No. If I just called your phone and said, yo, bro, I'm about to come through, you're going to be like, hold on, give me an hour. You might have to clean up. You might have to make your living space comfortable for me to experience it. Same thing with a planet. We have to make this living planet, this arena, this globe, our celestial mother, comfortable for other souls to experience it. Not just our children, because they're going to reincarnate. And half of us have not learned our lessons, and we're going to have to reincarnate. So you talking about, oh, that's fucked up, but you don't change it. So when you reincarnate, it's still going to be fucked up just for you until you change it. So with that being said, family, understand the science of reincarnation. Understand that we are divine entities. And understand that we exist beyond the physical realm. The physical realm is nothing but a module for us to experience that which is within our minds. So this is the key to black liberation. Understand that we are the manifestors of reality. When you understand that, you understand who's been manifesting your reality for you through his media and his bullshit history books, which is that Caucasian. When you understand, see, you can't fix a problem till you understand you have one. So once you understand you are the creator of your reality, until you understand that, you won't start trying to create. But once you do like I did and you start trying to create, you'll understand, damn, why can't I create my reality? Because the Caucasian is blocking. Right now, a lot of us want to go see the pyramids. You can't travel unless the Caucasians say you can. Why? You need a passport. You need this nigga permission to leave. Toll booths, pay booths, all kind of bullshit. This nigga is putting roadblocks in your reality experience. You might want to eat a certain fruit. You can't eat it. Why? Because your Caucasian not going to allow you to eat it if you don't give this nigga some fucking money, which is not even natural and it's fictitious. He is putting a roadblock in your reality. This nigga is saying you cannot have a physical experience as a soul unless you come through me. And he is not a natural experience, a natural manifestation of creation. So he has no say-so in what the universe has already deemed us allowable. But we just letting this nigga create our realities. But you won't understand that shit until you understand you are not this body. You are in this body having a physical experience. Because until you understand that, then you won't be able to understand who's stopping your physical experience. And with that being said, family, let's manifest a better planet globally. A black planet preferably. A natural planet preferably. And let's stop sitting back watching bullshit. It's time to stand up. So with that being said, the ancestors is back. You know who you are, and you know you have a divine purpose if you're watching this video. So stop being scared to express your greatness. Peace.